there, Sagittarius. Welcome to Aries Moon Arcana. I am Kaya, and today I'm going to be doing your August general reading. How exciting! I can't believe it's August already. It's totally nuts. Hopefully this resonates with you. If it does, like, subscribe, share, comment. If you're returning, thank you so much, and keep it coming. If it does not resonate with you, as it is a general message, please feel free to check out your Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, because they can, maybe be a little bit more on point for you if you like my style and you want to see what I have to say, but, have it make more sense to you. So with that said, let's just move right into it, Sag, and let's cleanse your cards. I made a mess. What else is new? All right, let's do this. Let's get all the other energy out of the damn way, because I want to know only what's going on with you guys, only the Sages of the world. Okay. Changing things up a little bit, so if you're returning and things look different, don't fret. I just, I gotta change it up because that's more fun to me. That's just the way it goes. So Sag, what's going on? What do you need to know for August 2020? What is your message? What do we have to say? General messages for Sagittarius for August 2020. What's the damn plan? Get right into it. I've been using the Fountain Tarot as my main deck lately, and I gotta tell you, I'm obsessed with it. I think it's so awesome, and it's just speaking my language. It doesn't do well when I read for myself for some reason, but it really works with other people, so I'm just gonna go with that. All right, 8 of Swords reversed, 3 of Coins, Queen of Cups reversed, 9 of Cups. So let's see here. This is an interesting one, because there's some sort of clarity I'm feeling. So there's some sort of maybe something wasn't obvious to you before and now it's becoming more obvious to you. Maybe it's something you've been wanting to know about. It feels like it's something that's for your greater good, but it may not feel great in the moment. But it's gonna really help. I'm seeing some communication improving because of this. It's like I said, you're gonna feel a little shitty at the time, but ultimately it's gonna lead to a deeper, more satisfying, sort of maybe relationship. This could have to do with a romantic relationship, because you're kind of taking the veil off of your eyes, so that you can work better with someone or with a situation and just use your communication a little bit better. And it maybe the hard part for you, maybe the painful part, is that this person isn't as on top of it as you are, or vice versa. Maybe the other person's super into communicating better and you're the one that's pulling back a little bit. But it's gonna deepen. So I see it here's where it starts, the 8 of Swords reversed. Here's where it ends, the 9 of Cups. So total satisfaction and happiness there. And here in the middle, we get the struggle a little bit with the communication. So it's okay if it's gonna struggle a little, because not all communications, as you know, can go super smoothly immediately every time. So I'm seeing there being just some sort of a conversation, because perhaps you are learning some information that you needed to know, or you are admitting some information that another person needs to know in order to improve the communication between the two of you, or few of you. It doesn't have to only be 2 people. This could be about anything. So it could be a group of people, could be at a job. There's just some info that is coming out somehow, and you're just feeling a little bit more empowered by being honest about it. But it may hurt another person's feelings, or somebody will be honest with you and that may hurt your feelings. So it is for the greater good. I think it's you that's becoming more honest, though. I think, not that you're not usually, Sag. I know that we got the foot and mouth syndrome. I got Sag rising, so I understand that happens. I am just seeing that you are kind of the one to start opening up about something in order to, what your goal really is here is to communicate better with this person or this situation. I really do think that that's your hope out of it. You're not doing it to be mean. You're really doing it so that communication improves. And it's gonna hurt the other person or kind of upset them a little bit or make them feel kind of weird or attacked maybe. But ultimately, you ultimately get to the 9 of Cups energy. So we get the 5 of Pentacles, we get the 6 of Swords reversed, the King of Cups reversed, and then the Death card. Interesting. Okay, I could just drop everything, that's fine. So yeah, maybe you have to be honest with somebody about a financial situation that's going on, or you have to be honest with somebody about, like, maybe you need to break it off with somebody. Maybe you need to quit a job. Maybe you need to go back to work even though it's terrifying and dangerous because you need to start making money. There's like a thing that needs to change here, and you're becoming more honest about it with yourself. Therefore, you can start communicating that to another person. There may be a need to break it off here, and it may be the other person that is having a hard time accepting that, even though they are ultimately okay with it. We get the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups reversed here. I think that there may be a little manipulation that goes into that conversation. You might be dealing with a water sign. I'm getting a lot of watery energy here. Who is trying to kind of manipulate you to staying in a situation. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a romantic one. Somebody's trying to kind of manipulate the situation to keep it the way that it is. But your honesty here, your truth, and needing to be honest about something and communicate that is gonna that's gonna be the turning point. Because for you, you're like, listen, I gotta walk away from this situation. Or listen, I'm bankrupt. Listen, we don't have any money left. We need, listen, this is something that I was scared to admit myself, but I need to admit it to myself, and therefore I have to be honest with you about this too. Because it's been a difficult situation. I don't know that the other person is going to be okay with it. I think there's going to be some manipulation at hand. And Sag, I think you are not going to put up with that manipulation, and ultimately it's going to maybe push you further away, Death card. But I see it being a really good thing for both parties, actually, because maybe this person is just so in so deep that they don't realize that they're being manipulative or shitty or toxic with you, and they need to kind of get some space in order to recognize that that's not a healthy way of kind of handling a situation. And sometimes the only way to see that stuff is when you're on the outside of it, right? When you're not in it anymore. But I'm still getting that 9 of Cups as kind of the major energy of the ending, or of the ultimate outcome. That's what I'm feeling for it. So it is a good thing for everybody, and it could even just be that this moment needs to happen for now, and you could come back together with somebody once things are kind of cleared up or whatever. But I just see some form of needing to walk away with that 5 of Coins and that Death card, and it being difficult to walk away with that 6 of Swords reversed. And this communication with this person, they're not ready to walk away. They don't want to make that choice or make that decision just yet, and they're going to get a little manipulative to try to keep you where you are right now and not change things up the way that you maybe want to. But like I said, your ultimate goal is just to improve communication, but it may turn into something else. You may go into it just thinking, hey, I just want to be honest with you so that we can have a better, a more connected relationship in whatever way that is for you guys. And it may ultimately end up, the conversation might get to a point where you're like, actually, you know what? I do want to break up, or I do want to leave this job, or I do need to go back to work. I do need to figure out what to do here, because this conversation ultimately is going to kind of highlight some things for you, and it's going to shine some light on things that you maybe didn't realize about yourself or the situation, just things that are like, oh wow, if we hadn't talked about this, it wouldn't have been so obvious, but now I'm really starting to see. So yeah, there's some conversation that happens that kind of opens up. Oh my god. Well, there's that King of Cups reversed again. I'm gonna leave him out because that's important to me. Because yeah, this person is not gonna take it well. I don't know that you're gonna love that. Right? Nobody likes to have to deal with that. Page of Swords, but your honesty, yeah, King of Swords, your honesty is coming out. You're moving on. Yeah, it's funny. I see it like a little storyline here. You ultimately want to start the conversation off because you want to improve the relationship or the situation. This person does not handle it well, and that kind of makes you rethink the entire thing now, all of a sudden. Now you're like, maybe this is not a good idea for me to stay put in this situation. And then when you start to be honest about that, when you're like, whoa, your response and your reaction to this is really making me rethink this entire thing now. I came into this trying to improve things, and now I'm just feeling like you are just losing your shit, and this is not a communication style that like I can move forward with. And they still, you know, even though you're being honest, you're like, whoa, you're being real manipulative, or you're being a real dickhead here, and I need, you know, like I need to take a step back. They still keep pushing, and they still keep trying to use their tactics, and you're not really getting anywhere. And that's when you kind of just like, okay, you know what? Fine. If you want to be like this, I'm not going to have this conversation anymore. I told you the truth. And if you want to take it that way, and you want to just be like, maybe they're just being super whiny or being really fucking frustrating and not like, I just get the sense that somebody's not hearing you, and you're telling them everything they need to know, but they're not listening. They're just freaking out. And it makes you want to fucking run. You're like, you know what? I don't want to sit in this energy anymore. God, this is like there's a lot of breakup energy in August. It's so funny. But like I said, it might not be romantic, but it very well could be. Yeah, I'm seeing, there's a conversation that happens because you, out of the goodness of your heart or whatever, you want to improve a situation, and it ends up making it worse, but not because of you. Not because you started the conversation or anything. It gets worse because you start to see this person's true colors. And you start to see that they don't handle conflict well, and they don't handle like resolution well or reconciliation well. Like they're not good at just coming together. You know, it could be that you're confronting someone about a way that they were treating you, and they're just turning it back around on you and making you feel like you should be the bad guy. And you're like, fucking excuse me? Like, don't fucking turn this around on me. So that could be, you know, you might see some red flags out of this conversation. I'm seeing some red flags. That King of Cups reverse showing up twice, and that Queen of Cups reverse, that's some fucking manipulation right there. And you're cutting through the bullshit with that King of Swords right next to that Page of Swords. You're cutting right through the crap. And you're like, oh, red flag, I don't like it. This isn't gonna work for me. So we get the Nine of Wands reversed, the Fool reversed, and the Ace of Coins reversed. I just feel like this is this other person's energy. So I'm not done yet, I don't think. Because they're just letting it all come out now. You know, like I said, their true colors are just coming out now. They're not on their best behavior anymore, is what I'm seeing. And you might start to look at them like, what was I thinking? Like I just kind of got, maybe this was like a whirlwind romance, or like a job you started out of desperation, and now you're starting to see the real issues at hand and at play, and you're like, I don't see a future. You don't see like a future bond, like building with whatever, this person, this company, this boss, this friend, whatever it is. You don't see a future anymore because this person just showed their true colors, and they ain't pretty, and you don't like it. I feel like I need just like one or two more. Yeah, you may even feel embarrassed because you got really close with this person really quickly or something, and now you're gonna have to go back on it all. Ten of Swords reversed. Yeah, this is not gonna be fun. Eight of Wands. There we go. So yeah, it's not going to be fun. This person's going to be really manipulative. That's just what I'm seeing. I see this person as taking a lot of their anxiety out on you and not managing their own stress well, not managing their own emotions well, and they just deflect constantly. And that was at the beginning of this argument that started. Or it wasn't an argument as far as you wanted it to go, but they turned it into an argument by taking all of their energy and anxiety and stress and sadness and just putting it onto you. Well, you're the one that does this. They're just playing the blame game. They're turning into a cunt. I'm sorry, but that's it. They're just not, and this may be even like your first fight with this person, and it is like a fucking nightmare scenario for you. It is just like, you're like, this could not have gone worse, and I hate it, and like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. 8 of Wands. I fucking love this card. You just see, you're like laser focused on like moving on, and you see other options. Maybe you're dating somebody and you're like, you know what? I could go date a bunch of other people that are way cooler than this, because you're not in too deep. I don't see this as you being in super deep with somebody. I see this as like you're just getting to know them and they just showed you their true colors, and you're like, I can move on from this. That's not a problem. And they're just gonna be really immature and lame about it, and I just see them. This is this is so immature to me. This 10 of Swords with all these King of Cups reversed and the Queen of Cups reversed. It's just very immature. They do not know how to, like I said, how to manage their own emotions, and so they just put it out all onto you so that you can manage your emotions so that they get to just do whatever the fuck they want. I don't think so. That's a terrible, terrible, terrible thing. So yeah, you're seeing red flags and you're out of there. You don't want to deal with that shit at all, Sag, and I don't blame you. So thank you so much for being here, Sagittarius. I appreciate it very much. Like, subscribe, share, and comment if it totally worked for you. My hair is hilarious every single day. So yeah, thank you so much. If you know a Sagittarius that maybe needs to hear this message, send them my way. And I'll see you next week for your, I believe it's love reading? Yeah, I think it is. See you next week for your love reading for August. Thank you, Sag. Bye-bye.